Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much in your own sovereignty. That you have turned your life around to where you're the main character, to where you're the main person, to where you're the center of your life, family. It is so crucial that you have done that. Now, today's show is sponsored by Beverly B Music, and she is offering a very rare opportunity, Ancient Sound Healing, live every Thursday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join her either on her YouTube channel at Beverly B Music, or you can connect with her on Clubhouse at Beverly B Music as well. And there you'll actually get a chance to interact, family. We have moved into a higher vibration, and there is so much power in healing. Definitely check out all the testimonials she's had, from helping people who are suffering from insomnia to helping people who are extremely ill. Music is powerful, family. Music is healing, so definitely check that out. And if you'd like to advertise on the Dr. Mumbi Show, definitely reach out to me, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. So I've been I still get a lot of questions from a lot of you guys talking about how you're feeling so lonely still. When will the friends come in? How can you find a community? A lot of you have actually been asking me to revive the Unity communities, and I am considering doing it, but I think I'll start with the motherland and kind of expand from there, unless I get partners to work within the Caribbean and United States. I'm still figuring out how to do it, family, but I am thinking of starting at least in the motherland with that. And you had to walk alone until this point, family, because not only were people too mentally unstable and emotionally unstable, but so were you. There was so much muck and dirt and illusion and falsity and negativity and lies and trauma that we had to work through to find ourselves worthy to move into the new earth, but also to find ourselves worthy to be with one another, to hang out with one another. And as chosen ones, everything is amplified because the soul is bigger, the heart is bigger. In terms of we chose ourselves to be here. We chose ourselves to go through these trenches. We came with that extra blob of faith and that extra serving of determination, that extra serving of survival, family. And a lot of us went through extreme trauma. And I'm sure you found that every time you tried to force relationships, it ended up being karmic. It ended up reflecting what you were going through, or the areas in your life that you had not healed with. And that got exhausting, especially when it came to romantic relationships, family, and wanting to be with someone, but realizing that you meet someone where you are, not where you aspire to be, or not where you would end up. And that the two souls, it's very rare, unless we're from the same soul family. It's very rare for two souls to grow perfectly together like this. And that's why a lot of chosen ones found themselves alone, found themselves single, even stopped dating for a long some of us went celibate for a long time. And it was all because our own energy was very chaotic, because we were now cleaning and flushing out all the old. Because ascension is more about releasing than it is about spiraling up. And so we found ourselves doing so much, releasing so many things, being confronted with so many narratives, some we'd buried from childhood trauma and relationship trauma. Some we'd hidden in plain sight from ourselves. Some we were avoiding. And all of these had to come up, because we cannot go with anything, family. We cannot go with any of those narratives or those memories, because they have no space in our new world, in our new life. because a lot of those concepts don't exist. Remember, I've told you, family, how in the Agikoyo language, there's certain words that don't exist. Words for rape, words for crime, words for homosexuality and things like that. Things like that did not exist. And the reason those words did not exist, even though we have like over 600 words for beings or 600 different types of beings, for example, is because our reality, those were not concepts that were in our reality. So we've had to drop a lot of concepts that will not be in the world that we have chosen to be part of co-creating in the new reality, in the new earth. There are certain thoughts, there are certain storylines, there are certain concepts that will not make it across as in politics. Things of democracy and all that tough stuff are going to be things of the past. In how we do money and economics, in individual property, all of these are things that are going to be fading into the distance. But we had to heal our own minds first. And usually things became more chaotic in our mind before they started healing. Because family, a lot of us had to find that root thing. I've talked about this, I think, a couple of years ago. That root cause, that root trauma that was kind of the base or the centerpiece of all the rest of our narratives. And until we found that and uprooted that, we were not even stable enough to be in a relationship. So be grateful that you've walked alone, family, because it has been necessary. It has been necessary. And also be grateful for the relationships that came, that have come in these seasons, because they have helped you to accelerate your healing, to accelerate the restoration of your mind, to accelerate the rebalancing. Family, I'm in the coast. It's the hottest season ever. I'm loving sitting in the sun. So that's why I'm literally just, sweating. It feels so good for those women who will contact me. People who you see, these are the things. These are the people who won't make it, family. Those who are obsessed, who have other people like me and others in the center of their world, either through jealousy, envy, hate. It's usually for negative reasons, but I'm still in the center of their world. Those are the people who will make it. You need to be the center of your world. And so a lot of times, family, because, we weren't also seeing clearly, because our vision had really been messed with by the Babylonian brainwashing and the MK Ultra and all these things. We weren't seeing people clearly. And Babylon introduced so much to hide wicked people, to hide aliens, to cloak aliens in plain sight. Where, I'm actually going to record a show where I'll talk about how makeup and lashes and hair was all actually invented for the man. And the inventors, the wizards that invented it, laughed so hard that women have become so obsessed with it, because now men can, blend as women. Stories for other days. But we have now healed enough. We have now become discerning enough. We have now balanced ourselves out enough that relationships will start entering our lives. But we must approach those relationships from a totally different perspective, family. We must approach them with us in the center of our lives, with us being sovereign beings. There is no one who is superior. There is no one who is inferior. We may be differently gifted, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, there will be leaders, but the leader is not the leader of your life. The leader may be a leader of a community, a nation, the custodian. But this leadership of people telling you what to do, you have to really get out of that. Because now, even as we enter new relationships, we will not allow to remain in relationships where we submit our power to someone else. We submit our life, we submit control and decision-making and creative power of our lives to someone else. We have to stand in our maturity. We have to stand in our sovereignty. We have to call each other, we have to call ourselves out when we find ourselves moving in any kind of distortion. And we have to call people out when they cross our boundaries. We have to have very hard boundaries of sovereignty so that those relationships can come in and so that we can benefit one another. Because now our power has increased, our power to create, our power to manifest, and it's quickened. So it's even more dangerous for us to get into the wrong relationships. We have to be so discerning. We have to be so sovereign. I'm really hoping this makes sense. So welcome the new relationships that are coming in. I hope you've done the work, or you will be doing the work with those that will be coming, because it's time for us to get into community now. It's time for us to get into relationships. We are healed enough from the distortions and the malaise and the sickness and the narcissistic dis-ease of Babylon. But we have to be also gentle with each other. We have to find a way of communicating better. No sweeping things under the rug. No ghosting people just like that, unless you find that you've attracted people of a previous energy. But this is an amazing time, family. And all I can say is, if you wanted to get better, continue working on yourself, continue healing yourself, continue celebrating yourself, continue working now on your manifestations, because your thoughts and your words have a lot of power, your visions have a lot of power. Find out your creative method and use that creative method to at least manifest the material reality you want, so that that can give you the faith, can reinstall, rejuvenate your faith for us to now create a whole new world and a whole new reality. So, family, along this healing journey, definitely consider joining Beverly B every Thursday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for ancient sound healing sessions. You can join her either on her YouTube at Beverly B Music, or you can join her on Clubhouse where you can interact. It's the same handle at Beverly B Music. Happy healing, happy restoration. We're in a brand new season, family, and there's so much to celebrate. To go.